All right, Space Chickens, welcome back, and we're on the line with David Eckhart. David, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Good. And David has some crazy videos, or I saw one of them at least, and you've got a couple others up there on YouTube as well of aliens you actually caught on tape. So the one I put up on the website, UFOzone.ning.com, why don't you tell us about that one first? There's go to the website if you guys are listening and want to check it out. But yeah, just in a little corner of in your door there's a little guy that appears. Tell me about it.
That was actually almost a 2-hour recording video, but the video was destroyed. But my camera has this unique feature that it can rebuild whatever the data that it lost, and it spent almost 4 or 6 hours rebuilding that data, and that's the only thing it gave back to me. And that was
really.
That was only that happened in a half a second. That's 15 frames. The camera takes 30 frames a second. It happened in a half a second. A lot of people don't understand that, but that's why it's one frame at a time. I actually sent that to a man in New York, Rochester, New York, Mr. Eckhart, and he's the one who asked me if he could put it on there, and I said, go ahead. But he did a real good job of putting it together, because I sent him frame by frame. He's the one who put it together for me. And he said, this is really big. There was a guy who put an alien picture in a window, and there was a Bigfoot that was a hoax that was going on. And he says, this is like bad timing. But anyways, he put it up there, and he took a chance, and he took a lot of heat for that. But he did a really good job. I worked with him for almost a year, and he was going to put some more other stuff out, but I don't know what happened. But he was still a good man. He put that out, and I got a lot of hits on it. I didn't think it would go that far, but
yeah, it looked like it had a bunch. And yeah, I know about taking the heat for it too. It's always incredible to me. You get so much crap for it. Everybody thinks that if you get a picture like this, you're an instant millionaire. Which I don't know about in your case, man, but that's far from the truth for me. But
far from the truth for me too. I ain't made a dime off of this. Actually, I was keeping all this stuff to myself, because the only reason why I put some of this stuff out there is because I was looking for somebody with better equipment, and I was going to teach them how I did it so they could improve and know what to look for.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's something I tried to do too. Actually, David, I got started. I ran around trying to take pictures of aliens for, geez, it was almost 2 months, and I got a couple, and the best one I have up on YouTube, and there's a couple more, but most of mine end up looking almost translucent. So yeah, I don't know if you don't mind sharing some of the tips that you have with everybody, or how'd you end up getting that one particular one, or your successful one?
Well, I don't know if you've seen that. Have you seen the rest of the pictures of the rest of the videos on Phantoms and Monsters?
You know what? That's the only one I've looked at going into this. What's your other best one?
There's audios down on there. There's one that I actually put my hand through, but Mr. Eckhart, he put that on there, but you can't make it's just really dark. You just can't see nothing. But I was showed on video where I could put my hand right through it, and it turned out really weird. It's like really dark. I don't know, what happened or anything like that. So
that's very strange, and I'll check some of those out and get some of those other ones up on the site. So if you're listening to the show now, go to UFOzone.ning.com and check those out, or phantomsandmonsters.com. I'll send the link to that too. But tell me about, I guess, that one that I've seen. We'll talk about that one. So it was a 2-hour long clip, and then so your camera deleted everything, and then that was all it got back.
Well, listen, this is I lost a lot of equipment trying to record these guys. They would destroy. Not tear it up and throw it across the room. It would just cease to stop working, and it ceased to stop recording. I would have whole DVDs that were recorded on, but it would not play back. And I talked to a lot of people. He says, and it's been erased. And I talked to the guy who says you cannot erase a DVD or DVD. I said, oh yes, you can, because it's happened to me many a times.
They did, huh?
Right. Believe me, that stargates would open up and they would come in and they would do all kinds of things. It was just, I don't know how to explain everything or their technology, but I've seen a lot of the technology they was using, and I don't know exactly how it worked or anything like that. But I got many more pictures and videos and stuff I just haven't put on the internet because it takes too long to explain this crap.
I know exactly what you're talking about, man. Well, that's wild. So your camera had some sort of function that let it get the video back, and then that half second was the only thing that was there.
Right. If anything got messed up on it, it had a unique feature that gave me an option to rebuild the video, the data that was lost on it.
Wow. Huh. And then, okay, so that whole clip we're looking at there is half a second. And then you mentioned to me right before we were talking here that you weren't, so you took this video while you were sleeping, and then you said you're not in the bed while this happens?
Right. But I had no recognition that I even got up out of bed. I don't remember even getting up out of bed, and this just showed up. And since I got it back and I put it on DVD, and then I showed it to my son, it jerked tears to his eyes. He's like, oh my God, but that's his favorite video. That's not mine. But,
right.
But I got a video with a guy was standing there next to my bed, and he had like it looks like one of these Zeta-looking guys, and I couldn't see the guy, but I could see the mask. But when I played back the video, you could see the guy in a video, but he's transparent, like you would think it was a ghost or something, but definitely not a ghost because these guys talk on cell phones and they communicate and they're highly organized.
Wow. Well, and see, and this is so me and you must have a lot in common with some of my experiences. I don't know how much you've heard, but yeah, I realized basically something was going on with me too. And to be honest, David, I recorded one night. I thought of doing the same thing, recording while I'm sleeping, because I knew that's when things were happening. And to be honest, I never watched the webcam, and maybe after seeing this, I will. I didn't know. I mean, my encounters have been good for the most part. It's been complicated and confusing at times, but I can't say they've done anything wrong to me, and they've certainly taught me a lot. And but what was your? How did you know? I guess in the beginning that something was happening with you.
Well, listen, we bought this house. It's a beautiful house out on Tanglewood Golf Course there in Milton, Florida. I mean, it had 17 acres of property to it. It was out in the middle of. We was probably about. Oh God, I guess I was probably about maybe 200 or 300 yards off the road out in these woods, and strange things were happening. Like music would be playing, and we would tear apart the house looking for radio and events or whatever, and then and it just kept escalating, and we was thinking, maybe it's ghosts, and I just didn't believe in ghosts. I do now, but
I hear you.
but it's like. And everyone was like expecting me to do something. I don't know what I was supposed to do, but then we started thinking it was dimensional because you could hear people talking, and wake up in the middle of the night and the room would be lit up like this brilliant, like mauve rose color, and it'd be dark it looked like it's morning was coming up, but it'd be dark outside, and you couldn't tell where the light was coming from, and or my wife would wake me up and it'd be blue, it's like, and then you'd be laying in bed and you hear people whispering back and forth to each other, and you couldn't make out what they were saying. And finally, I ended up getting a video recording, and that's on Phantoms and Monsters too. 7 clips of that, but that was I think about an hour and 45 minutes long. But you can hear growling in it, and doors. It sounds like doors slamming and electrical equipment going on. It's really spooky. I guess you could compare it to. That Paranormal Activity movie.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Oh, you did see that. But if you listen to that whole thing, there's a beeping, screaming noise. We didn't hear that at the time. We just heard the growling, and the camera got everything. Actually, if anybody's wondering, the camera is sitting right next to that door where the alien comes out, and it's facing at a highly stainless steel bowl that I used to get a panoramic view of the whole bedroom. But it worked great because not only that it stretched out the light, and light waves travel in waves, that it actually gave me a better image of the aliens. And
so